Since I finished yesterday's video, I have done a lot that I should have been recording for, but I wasn't because I was just excited. After I made the video, I took my CTC laptop and I opened up where the drive was to look at it and be like, I don't know how computers work. I don't know how hardware works. So I don't know if I can use the drive from a laptop in a desktop computer. I don't know if they're compatible. I assume that kind of depends. I open it up and there's a fucking M.2 drive in the drive bay. And it's not like I had to take the back plate off of the laptop and they had slid an M.2 in there in a small spot. No, there's a whole compartment sized for a 2.5-inch drive. And when I opened it up, there was a tiny little M.2 sticking into the middle of it. I took that out because I know that my computer can support M.2. I have an M.2 drive that Blake picked out for me when we built my PC. And I have an extra M.2 slot. I have 2 slots. So I took the M.2 and I just slid it into the slot and it didn't show up. And I was like, well, that's disappointing. And then did a bunch of research and couldn't figure out what was going on. I just assumed that for whatever reason, it's not compatible with laptops, or my motherboard's weird about having more than one drive or something like that. Now the drive that Blake had gotten me was an NVMe drive, and I have 2 ports on my motherboard, an NVMe on the bottom. So this one is NVMe, and this one is SATA. This is the drive that Blake had gotten me. That's the 1 terabyte one. And this is the one that came out of my CTC laptop. This is the NVMe drive. That's the SATA drive that came out of the CTC laptop. So I found out that the slots are the way that they are, and I took the 1 terabyte one that was up here and I moved it down there and then put the CTC one in there. And then when I booted up the CTC laptop, all that data was in my installation of Windows. And I was like, that's great, because now I can install Ubuntu onto that drive and use that. So I've been working on that. The one thing that I will say is that my whole system has become a lot less stable on boot up than it was before. For some reason, it takes a couple tries so far to actually get it to boot up. Like, it's on right now, but it's not working. It'll be easy to fix. I'll just turn it off and turn it back on. Because like, you can see that light. I don't know exactly what that means, but I know it's not good. But that's cool. I also got this out of the CTC laptop. I took that whole thing apart. That thing is in so many pieces right now. Here's the hinges. Here's the motherboard. Keyboard, base plate, and all that shit. That's the speakers. And then the trackpad I have right here. Theoretically, like, I kept all the screws like on magnets, so like I could potentially put it back together, but I don't think that would go well. Maybe we make that a thing. We just try to do that for fun. Try to put this shit back together. That sounds like it could be a good time. I just finished installing Ubuntu onto the CTC drive, and then it turned off. I took the installation media out, and then I hit enter, and it turned on but didn't boot into anything. So I think I'm gonna have to fuck around with the boot order of everything in order to get this to actually work well, without me having to boot into BIOS every single time to select my boot medium. What happens if I tell it directly to boot into this one? Red light. White light, that was fast. Green light. Display port. This should be Windows. Hello? Give me Windows. My keyboard light's just turned off. Hello? Oh, keyboard lights are back. Give me Windows. Give me Windows. Show me Windows. Please, can I have Windows? Windows! Power. Restart. Red light, white light,
HDMI, DVI, DisplayPort. Come on. No signal. But like, you see what I mean about it being way more unstable? Like, I have to go into the BIOS pretty much every time to get it to boot. Otherwise, it only boots about 1 out of every 3 times. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it not going to let me into the BIOS? Give me the BIOS. Come on. All right. I'm gonna keep working on this.